Hello foodies, foragers, and fungiphiles. Today's video is about preparing wild, medicinal, and common mushrooms in ways that are delicious and nutritious. Last year, I found a large beartooth mushroom, Hericium abiatus, in the Cabinet Mountains of northwest Montana. The Hericium genus also contains Hericium arenaceus, lion's mane. The limited data available for abiatus suggest a similar chemical profile to lion's mane. These mushrooms have gained much popularity for medicinal and brain maintenance qualities. Like many commercially grown edible mushrooms and vegetables, lion's mane is fairly easy to grow, and its clumpy nature contributes to a satisfactory shelf life for the market. The beartooth is a bit more delicate, as the fronds are more tentacle-like and provide more area to invite degradation. They are tasty, easy to cook with, and sometimes huge specimens are found. They are best harvested when young. As they age, they invite discoloring, softening, and bugs take up residence in the intricate coral-like fronds. I was also given some gold chanterelles from some friends returning from Northern California. These were sautéed in a little butter and olive oil and were already cooked before this shoot. I like to use medicinals in freshly prepared dishes and homemade preserves. Eating mushroom supplement preparations have been shown to have beneficial health effects, but fresh, wild, and self-harvested specimens surely have higher nutritive value. The problem with combination supplements is that not all the parts may be at the peak of their freshness. Ever buy nuts at high-end grocery stores, get home, and find them stale and almost rancid? A great way to eat your wild medicinals is in duxelle, or mushroom pate. I like the word duxelle, so today it's my jam, literally. Duxelle is said to have been created by the 17th century French chef François-Pierre Lavarenne in the mid-17th century and named after his employer, Nicolas Chalon Doublé, Marquis Duxelle, Maréchal de France. With olive oil, lemon, salt, garlic, and a touch of vinegar, preparations can last 6 months or more in the refrigerator. It is great on pasta, meats, sandwiches, or baked-in pastry. It is also great for gourmet camping and backpacking. Fresh and dried mushrooms can be combined, and many forage varieties make great duxelles. I usually use about 30% or more white or criminy mushrooms to soften the flavor intensity of the wild ones. The mixture needs to be cooked, as most mushrooms are not digestible without this step. Mushroom cells are bound together by chitins. Chitins are what hold the components of mushrooms, lobster shell, insect wings, and millions of other life forms together. Cooking fungi helps break up the chitins and aids in absorption of the proteins and medicinal compounds for human digestion. Chitin structure was determined by Albert Hofmann, the first scientist to synthesize, ingest, and experience LSD. The plastic blade on the food processor helps the duxelles to not get too pasty if so desired. Adding onions, chives, maybe thyme, and parsley can be tasty. A touch of wine or brandy can add another sophisticated flavor note. I had a little fresh black truffle to add to this blend. The small white beartooth pieces look nice and add a touch of contrast to the chanterelles and the other ingredients. This needs to be refrigerated but has a long shelf life. I have put a small amount in a jar with some vinegar and oil on top and taken on backpack trips with no edibility issues. This process can be used with all kinds of mushroom species. I have made duxelle with morels, porcini, and several other types of forage goodies. This can also be a way to introduce wild edibles to friends and family that have been hesitant to try unusual fungi. The mix of oil, garlic, herbs, and familiar shrooms with the wild ones creates a delicious, nutritious, and even medicinal creation that is usually enjoyed by even the most cautious eaters. I hope you enjoyed today's video and that you are inspired to experiment in the kitchen for your own duxelle.